Hey, this is Gene. I said I would talk to you a little bit about what my predictions are for Sunday's game, the Derby, the Manchester Derby. Um, I'm feeling really bad today, health wise. This stuff is just really just messing with me. Um, I should have known that. My wife is still dealing with it. She's had it for like 2 weeks. But I always think that because the woman never really sleeps much, I just think her immune system's not that good. But it's really hitting me hard. After about 4 days, it's just weird. I don't know anybody who is dealing with this type of thing. It's like my temperature goes back down and goes up and down, and each day it gets worse and worse. But it's just what it is. But obviously, very important game this weekend. Uh, both of us have, points wise, we haven't played very well. I think overall, I think Manchester United has been a better team, had better performances. Just didn't get well, did not play well, or didn't get the results that we probably deserved. I think City has almost could have lost all the games they played. I mean, they did win that first game by quite a bit, but even in that game, they didn't play that well, and they won what 4-0 or four. They have a lot of people injured, but we as well. We got Delo out, we got Cunha out, and we got Mount out. Um, Coming into the season, I didn't think that Mount would be that important of a player, but he clearly makes sets the system up well. And but he's hurt, and I have no idea when he's going to be back. I think that possibly Cunha might be back for Chelsea. I think that he's probably could have played, but we can't afford to him to actually get. If he goes out there and really fucks up his hamstring, he might be out for 2 or 3 months. So I don't have any issue with him being out. It allows us to do other things uh, that we might be able to see the best team that we might have right now line up. So there's a lot of ways we can go with this. Um, I don't know if Sesko will start. I think he probably should, but he may not. So I'm going to give you what I think he'll actually um, put out there and what my predictions is. I think the defense is probably going to be the same now that the fact that Delo's not playing. I think Dorgo is back in the squad, and so is Mazarawi. So I think they're going to both play in the wingback position. And then you're going to have Shaw, who's played very well so far, Delict, and Euro. I think that's going to be the back five. There's a possibility they could move around Mazarawi most to one of the center backs, and Shaw could be one of the wing backs. I mean, there are things you can do with this, but I think that's going to be the team that's going to be there. Um, I think that's pretty much nailed on. I mean, if Mazarawi can play the 90 minutes, and I think he can. Um, of course, we've already found out by the press conference that Bayindir is going to start, and I think that's the right thing to do. He does have issues on corners, but other than that, I think he's been serviceable. I think that he's been fine, and I think that his distribution is pretty good. It's a lot better than Onana had been. So I would like him to get a run in games. I would hopefully he can get like a clean sheet. Maybe make a couple good saves, and maybe do something when the ball's in the box, showing his physicality that allows Lemons to bed in. We need to make points here. And we're in a very long run of games here that's going to be very difficult for us to, get 2 or 3 points out of all these games. It's going to be hard. You know, uh, we do well against Chelsea at home, but Chelsea also can beat us. So we need to get something out of this game, and we got to win against Chelsea. And then we still have like Palace and Liverpool. I mean, it's in a very tough games run of games that we have that we need to get some money. We can't go into these next 5 games and not only have like 4 points. We have to get 10 or more, just to stop the press trying to get rid of Amarin. So that's my back five plus um, by Deer. In the midfield, I think it has to be Kobe and Casemiro because I think what he's going to do that since Cunha is out, I think that they may change each other, right? Kobe could play the 10 as well. So Toby and Bruno might switch based on what's going on in the game. But I think that at the start of the game, I think it's going to be Casemiro and Kobe, and then it's going to be Fernandez and Bumbo, and either Sesko and Xerxes, and that's the one I'm not sure who's going to start. If he's going to just start Sesko from the start or bring him later on. Personally, I kind of like the idea of Sersky coming in later. I think that he's not the fastest guy, but when everybody's kind of tired a little bit, he's quick enough. And I think we have to have the ability to have somebody in the box. They're both over 6'4". So there's a possibility that with Gorgo and Mazarawi and Shaw, these guys actually could cross the ball a little bit. So I think that there's a possibility that we might get something on goal there. It wouldn't shock me either way. It's a tough decision. Xerxes has been starting to get back in shape, and he's the type of player, from what I've seen from him, he needs to have games underneath him. And once he gets that, he gets in a rhythm and then becomes a very good player. And I think they're both very good at holding up the ball. So we'll see. That one's probably the only one I really think that they might change. I can't see how anybody else. Kobe has to start the game, unless I'm missing somebody. He's not going to start Ugarte. Casemiro has played well against City, so I was telling you, it's just not nice. Good Lord, sorry people. I'm going to say he starts with Sesko with the idea that he might bring in Zerski in. Maybe we'll go to two up the front as strikers later in the game if we need to hunt for a goal, and then maybe bring in Maguire if we need to get a header at the end of the game. I think it's going to be a very close game. I think that we're going to probably dominate quite a bit of it. I think that we'll definitely give them a lot of problems. If they come back to us too much and we don't make a mistake in the first 20 minutes, I think that if we just, we'll get our opportunities. It's just that the ball, there'll be some passes that'll be behind their defense, and when we get there, we have to score. We're going to get, it's not going to be that they're going to hold on to the ball for 80% of the game and we don't get nothing off of it. They are not doing well. They're going to be in front of their fans. They're going to try to be, I think they're going to be more, not as patient as they normally are, but I think they're really going to try to come at us. And if we just hold ourselves well, I think we'll be able to get something on the break. But I think we'll be okay as far as holding on the ball as well. That's where Kobe, if he wants to be starting and playing in this team, he's going to have to show it right now. Because we all know that he does have limitations. He's not as athletic as some other players in that position. He's not as fast in the first two or three for pace in the first two or three strides. He's great with the ball at his feet. He can do things like that, but in that position where he would by Casemiro, he has to be very disciplined because Casemiro is still going to try to do stuff. So I think that's how it's going to be. Now, again, during the game, I think they could change. You might see Kobe go in the 10. You might see Bruno come back and try to hold on to the ball a bit more. If we're not holding on to the ball, they're overrunning us. You might see Bruno pull back a little bit, and you might see Kobe being taken off and then bring in Sersky to play the 10 or something like that. Because Sersky's can hold on to the ball. So I think we're going to win 2-1. I would love it if we win 2-0. And it was a game that we definitely deserved to win, and we outplayed them. But I think we're still going to have a problem. There's something's going to happen. They're going to go on us. I'm not very happy about the player or the person that's actually refereeing the game. But again, I think when you actually look at the results, I think we've played well when he's been the referee against City. So, and we do pretty well in the Eptinad. So I'm going to say 2-1. It's a very common score in these last couple of years against them. So I'm going to stay with that, and I think that'd be a big. We need to get something out of the game, but we really need to win on the road and look good doing it and keep that confidence so we go further on into this. Because that Chelsea, Palace, Liverpool, this is going to be a very hard run for us. So that's what I believe. Let me know what you think in the comments below. What your top 11 or your starting 11 will be. I'll probably will come out here before the game. Once they release the team lineups that day, and I'll talk about that a little bit. And of course, I should be there here after the game. I have to take my wife to the airport, but I think that's before the game even starts. So she's going to see my daughter, and my daughter is going through a lot of stuff right now. She's got cancer, and it's a lot more important than sports. I want to say it's more important than what happened this week with all the political stuff and the Ukrainian girl getting killed. This is my blood, right? I don't want her to go away, but she's doing well. She has responded well to the treatment, so I'm thankful that that's where we're at right now. But my wife, I think it'll be very good for her to go up and see her, and of course we'll be up there when this is all done to celebrate it being away. That should be around Christmas time, so that'd be nice to be up in New York during that time. But anyway, thank you for watching. Please share and subscribe if you'd like. This channel is more than just Manchester United. We also talk about political stuff, and I talk about stuff that a lot of people won't talk to. And again, this is just my opinion, but most of it is based on experience and actual real research in these areas. But I always can learn more, and I think that that's a very good ability to always be somebody that listens. So you guys have a good weekend, and we'll talk to you on Sunday. Bye.